did a little kind of dragon that I carved out of wood. Actually, this would have taken like a super skilled jade carver months to carve. Okay. Ah, it didn't do it. Dang. I got a really good one earlier.
For the blue and yellow for the title, because those were the main colors of the Ching flag that I found, and then I included a few pictures from the individual battles here.
In Canton. I thought that looked interesting. Why not look into fans? Maybe create one.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a fanning demonstration.
Yeah, we could.
I started a little late and I decided it would be like impossible basically to include everything in the amount of time that I had. And I have a story map thing going on here where it shows the location of the treaty ports.
And it got me thinking about how certain people would think of it. And so part of what I took inspiration for, and I'm gonna show them in a sec, was like kind of modern protest posters of where you take the person. Like it's supposed to look very childish. And because this is an opium addict who was angry that it was like all destroyed.
This is what I decided on the game board. It's a game that takes place during the warlord era, and there are, I think it ended up being 4 different warlords. We can kind of pass some of these around.
Is it a 5-player? Okay, all right.
But there, theoretically, you could get it.
I'm going to show you guys some of the tools that I used here, and the main figure that I kind of talked about was this guy, Lu Shun, who wrote Diary of a Madman. It's down here, like he's smoking a cigarette, like clearly this was made in the 70s, and it's kind of meant to portray him as like he's a communist, like he's a hero of the Communist Party, whatever. But it was still came out a lot better than I expected. This one, which, yeah, so.
We often forget a lot of the kind of the average citizen when we explore historical topics.
An Onion-style news report where I have a field correspondent, Aloysius Shrimp, and the newsreader, Chet Munger, and they're going throughout all periods of China between 1840 and 1981.
Transactions in Canton are cleared with funds acquired by issuing private opium merchants promissory notes redeemable in London.
Enter your name, so let's say YouTube. And you get to choose your background, so you can either be a peasant, a student, or a worker. And based on what you choose, this will inform whether you're gonna be, basically informs your stats, like how much health you have.
7 poems that go all the way from opium wars and all the way to the one-child policy. Tonight I'll be Lu Shun if you'll pretend you can't read the writing on the walls and the scores of pages I abandoned, like the children of wayward women, empty-stomached and French-taught. Welcome home to this cannibal culture of academia.
Everyone forming group of 6. 6 people.
Okay, alright. Where is it?
What's your name?
I guess I'm also voting. Yo, he's not voting.
Because they don't want to eat their own children, so they exchange with one another, so they eat their neighbor's children.
Oh my God.
So after the 1911 revolution, Cantonese cuisine gradually go up to north, Shanghai, rice noodles. Finally, adding everything together.
As many as 1,000 farmers have these canteens at once, just eating for free, and you could have as much as you wanted. There was no limits.
I think I would go with the same.
Help yourself.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. There's some ingredients here for the cons. What would you guys recommend trying?
They have the Chinese dumplings, it's so delicious.
Some food?
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much everyone. Thanks everyone.
So small.
This is the coalition.
I decided to take photos from kind of the things that we've talked about and put them on Skidmore's campus.
I think it's kind of because as we were learning, I felt a bit of a kinship between all the like student movements that happened.
Poster annotations. This is really going to be pretty short because I'm not going to read the posters to you.
Yo. I focused on 5 women, and I just made biographies of them, mini biographies.
Short stories about this guy in communist China who likes to pretend that he is a new emperor.
In this game, there's the KMT, who are these blue provinces. You'll note that they're sort of shaded differently, and that's to represent various amounts of control they have over those provinces. Because, I was doing research on it.
This is a Qipao from the 1920s. It doesn't have the fastenings on yet, but is. I used a pattern that I got from someone who actually lives in China and then modified it slightly. There are certain techniques that were used in the 1920s and 30s that aren't used today. They don't add darts into it, which is a Manchu robe. Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Because it's easier to show off that way. So the sleeves roll back. And you can see, and so it fastens, also doesn't have the fastenings on, but it fastens very similarly. It's actually, the Qipao came from this kind of robe.
I use my 2 weapons skill.
Punch the guy in the face.
We have standard attacks.
I don't think we can do that.
Let's use arcane recovery.
Yeah, right?
I speak Dwarvish to the man.
Popular